Good evening, folks, and welcome to the Horror Corner. I'm your host, Sean Patrick Erschen, and this week we are doing yet another tag video. This time it's the Sci-Fi horror tag. And this one was created by BRONCOJUGGALO So guys, check out his video, check out his channel, subscribe, it's a great channel. And I was also tagged by Horrific Nightmares JM. So subscribe to his channel, guys. Check out his videos, like and subscribe, and let's get to it, shall we? We're gonna have a lot of fun talking about sci-fi horror movies. So the first question is, what is your favorite sci-fi horror monster or killer? So for me, that's easy. It's Alien from the Alien franchise. I just think that's the most brilliantly designed monster. It's so creepy, it's so scary, and just the design of it is just terrifying. And it evokes a feeling of dread and horror, and just looking at it, like if I ever saw anything like that in my life, in real life, I would have a heart attack before it actually killed me. Yeah, it would kill me, but I would die from the sheer terror of it. Because just looking at it is just something that's so freaky. It's like weirdly like sexual too. Like its head is like kind of like a phallic symbol in a way, and then of course you got the deadly tongue, and the teeth are like silver. Like when you first see the monster in its full glory in the original Alien, you see those silver teeth, and you see like gallons of saliva pouring down, and it slowly opens its mouth, and you see the teeth inside, and then the tongue comes out, and the tongue has teeth. It's really, really sick. So yeah, that's my answer. Alien. So the next question is, what's your favorite science fiction horror movie? Once again, Alien from 1979. This bad boy right here. Awesome movie, and I just can't say enough about it. It's just amazing in every way. The direction is amazing. It creates a sense of dread, a sense of fear and claustrophobia within that giant ship of the Nostromo. So Ridley Scott is just on point, and I love the set design of the film, the design of the creature itself. That's why the movie holds up so well to this day. It's just still terrifying. And it's got that slow burn suspense like you would see in a film like Halloween or a Psycho or a Hitchcock film, you know. And you see it in a science fiction movie. So that's what brings the sci-fi horror element. When you know that alien is out there, it's coming to get you. You don't know where it is. You know it's hiding somewhere, and it could come out at any time. And that brings that sense of dread and fear. And it's just so well executed. It's brilliantly directed, and again, like the set design from the artist H.R. Giger. If you ever seen his work, it's very psycho, like sexual and weird and freaky, and it's just awesome. So yeah, that's my answer for that one. Next up is, what is the worst science fiction horror film? And that's a tough one, because there are a lot of horrible, terrible science fiction movies out there. So I'm going to pick one you probably never even heard of. It's called Invasion of the Pod People. And it's a direct rip-off straight from Invasion of the Body Snatchers. I mean, just listen to the title. And it's like they took these actors from like porno movies and threw them in an actual movie, and that's the kind of acting you get. You know how in pornos sometimes you see that they have a little bit of story in them, and they have to actually act out stuff. That's what it feels like. It feels like a porn movie, but it's not an actual porn movie. It's a real movie. But there is one sleazy scene that wouldn't be out of place in a porno movie. The acting is so incredibly bad. Like, oh my god, it's such a bad movie. So Invasion of the Pod People. Next up is, what's your favorite death in a sci-fi horror film? So for me, I'm going to pick something from Killer Clowns from Outer Space. Love that movie. And that is the death of Captain Dave Hansen, played by John Vernon, the police captain. So one of the clowns walks in slowly into the police station randomly, and John Vernon's character just talks all kinds of shit to him, and he decides he's going to lock him up and throw him in the jail cell. So he does, and on the way into the cell, he decides he wants to, like, bash the guy with a baton on the head, bash the clown's head in. And so the clown turns around and he starts to freak out. Whoa. And it's an awesome scene. And so he closes the cell real quick after that, and then the clown takes out one of those party favors, one of those things that's like a snake that rolls out and rolls back in, you know, that clowns use all the time. And except this one grabs, has hands, and it grabs him by the neck and slams the guy's head against the cell. And that kills him. And then later on you see the clown using the captain as a ventriloquist dummy. He's got his mouth painted like a puppet. It's hilarious. It's an awesome movie, Killer Clowns from Outer Space. So that's my answer for that one. Next up is, what is your favorite science fiction horror movie, weapon, or tool? And that's a tough one. I had to really think about that. And it's one, my answer is one that you might not think is a devastating, like, weapon, the look of it. But for me, it's the syringe that Herbert West uses in the film Re-Animator. So I love Re-Animator, and yeah, that would be one of my runner-ups for best science fiction horror movie. It's an amazing movie, and what I love about the syringe is the look of it. When Herbert West puts that serum that he uses, and it's that glowing, like, fluorescent green color, and it's just a really cool visual. And that's become iconic. You know, when you think of Herbert West and the film Re-Animator, you think of that syringe with a glowing green serum that reanimates the dead. Love that movie. Alright, so next up is, what's your favorite non-sci-fi horror franchise that has a sci-fi horror entry in it? And I'm going to agree with Bronco Juggalo on that one. It's Leprechaun 4 in space. Yeah, the whole Leprechaun series is just ridiculous anyway. So people think, oh, you know, I hate that one. It's just so stupid. But the Leprechaun series in general is just silly. But it's a lot of fun. And I think Leprechaun 4 in space was the silliest, most fun entry. It was so funny. Like, you see him grow to be like a giant, and he's trouncing through the ship. It's so funny. And you see the leprechaun in the bar drinking, getting trashed. He's like, I can handle me drink. Yeah, it's the one I just had the most fun with. I just thought it was a riot. So next up is, what's your favorite science fiction horror franchise? And once again, I'm going to go with Alien, the Alien franchise. I really enjoy it. And that's not to say that I love every entry in the franchise. I didn't really care very much for Prometheus. I haven't actually seen Alien Covenant yet, but I hear a lot of mixed things about it. But I am going to check it out. But I enjoy all of them anyway, even the ones that aren't so good, like Alien Resurrection. Alien Resurrection is a lot of fun. There's a lot of gore and craziness going on. And even the Alien vs. Predator movies are a lot of fun. They're not great movies, but it's like turn off your brain and grab your box of popcorn and enjoy these two iconic monsters going at it. It's very similar to, like, Freddy vs. Jason. It's got that same feel. It doesn't matter what the story is. Just watch these iconic monsters go at it, and it's so much fun. So last question is, what horror character would you like to see shot out into space? And for me, it's Captain Rhodes from the Day of the Dead movie. George Romero's Day of the Dead from 1985, played by Joe Pilato. And his performance is just great in that movie, don't get me wrong, but that character I hated. I wanted to kill that guy. I wanted to reach through the screen and choke him to death. So yeah, I hate that guy with a passion. So yeah, get him out of here. No, who the hell wants that guy? Get him out, shoot him out into space. Get rid of him. So that's it, guys, for the sci-fi horror tag. That was a lot of fun. So of course now it's my turn to tag some people. So I'm going to tag Horror Metal. I'm going to tag Boogeyman Ben. I'm going to tag Horror Gal. And I'm going to tag Andrew Bellina. So guys, if you're up for the call, answer the call and do the sci-fi horror tag. Thank you for joining me, Sean Patrick Erschen, in the Horror Corner. Tune in and stay scared.